Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning.
It's March 22nd, and for those of you who are just joining our channel, my name's Laura,
And I'm Carlos.
and we are in Pico, Azores, Portugal.
Yeah, in North Atlantic. We're a region of Portugal. And right now we're at our basically our home base, family home here in the village of Lajes. Okay, it's a 500-year-old village. For the regular followers, you already know. And yeah, we just decided to do a day vlog, not daily vlog, but today's going to be a day vlog. You're going to come along with us, starting out here in Lajes. And then we're going to go over to the house we purchased in Sao Mateus. We're still working on it. But we thought we'd take you along, show you around the garden here, a few things that we want to show you. And just for a side note, we were hoping to follow up the last video, which, by the way, thank you for your support and your response to it. It was a very scenic,
Yes,
right?
very
Yeah.
scenic.
And the idea was to go back this weekend and have lunch there, so you can see a vlog on magma. But the weather just didn't cooperate, and Laura got a bit of a migraine.
Yeah,
You feeling better?
a little bit.
Yeah. So you look good today. We're
Oh,
both
thanks.
matching here in color.
It is
Okay.
spring. Is
Yeah.
it spring now?
Yeah. Officially spring.
Yeah,
So
officially spring.
yeah, everything is just springing off the ground. We haven't moved forward yet here with the time. North America has, Canada has. Right now it's 3 hours difference. I think next week we will catch it. We'll be 4 hours.
So it is officially spring. So excited. The sunshine is out. And I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the gardening I've done here in Lajes. I'll show you. Come along with me. So I planted some dahlia flowers here, and they're starting to come up. And these are beautiful flowers.
Parsley.
And we transplanted some parsley from our house in Cemeterish, and also these are actually kind of garlic onions. So it tastes more like garlic than onions. And also, so this little garden was it was full of weeds, and so I just wanted to make it a little prettier. And you can see on the wall here, these beautiful succulents growing out of lava.
Balcony, yeah, gorgeous.
And I transplanted a fern, which was actually we have a ton of fern here in the garden, so I just wanted to plant it in here. And then there's these, I think these are called lilies. These were on our land, and so I took some of that and replanted it here. I don't know how well it's doing. Maybe it's just a new flower is going to come out, but you can see there's some new leaves coming up, so I think that's a good sign.
Who planted the cat?
Oh yes, and we grew up a kitten here.
Hey, Zena.
This is Zena, our kitten. She loves exploring in the garden. These flowers, I don't know if you've seen in our previous video, I took some of these and replanted them. And then again, I planted some dahlia here. So we're very excited to see those come up because they really are beautiful flowers.
This is a big old original lava wash clothes sink here.
Yes. This actually comes out of the well.
Yeah.
There's a well back here.
Yeah.
Which Carlos is actually afraid to open the door because
Spiders.
of spiders. There's some.
Incenso.
Yeah, these.
Have a scent.
Oh, you should. These actually smell like lilacs, and they say here in Portugal, when you start smelling that flower,
Wow.
spring is here.
Wow, it's incredible.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, you can really pick.
And
They're all over the island.
yeah, and I think it looks like we've got some grapes starting
Again? Come in.
starting to form here. The leaves, the vines.
And this is one of my favorites right here. This beautiful plant gives it's actually a fruit, an exotic fruit. When it's really ripe, it's very sweet. So here, this is the old pigsty we had here at the house. Is where we put the food in. We just cleared this back. Actually, the workers have. We're starting some work here on this side wall. There's some rain coming in when the rain comes from this side of the island, and it's time to fix it. It hasn't been fixed in a while, but the workers are going to start. Actually, started yesterday.
Yeah, so they cleared quite a bit of the plants back here.
Yeah, I haven't seen this cleared in years.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Look, this is the old bathroom type of outhouse here. Obviously.
I just thought of something.
Wow. See, there's the old toilet. Like I haven't been in here in 40 years. Wow. Incredible.
Okay, I just had a great idea. We could use this to compost.
That's true.
This is a great spot for composting.
Yeah, we're thinking of compost, and we're throwing some ideas around. We'll talk about that a bit later on the video.
Yeah, that's in the future.
Was Norman Bates here?
So Carlos actually came up with an idea. We have some beautiful flowers here. Thought we would transplant some of these at the house in Cemeterish.
I really like them. They're always, all year round, they bloom. They're this color.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is one of my favorite fruits. It's called Sao. And this grew back in the summer, I think it was September, and now it's growing again. Look how big they are. So I usually come here every day when they're ripe, and I pick 2 or 3 just to give you an example how big they are. Look at this. Look at my hand. All right, so usually what I do is I bite into it. Very juicy. This has more vitamin C than oranges. They're so sweet. Yeah, so we're going to sign out here. So we're going to head out to Cemeterish now, and we'll see when we get there.
We just arrived in Cemeterish at our house, and we want to show you guys a little bit of what we've done here.
Yeah, we have a bit of an update. We've been doing some pruning, some clearance. I mean, that's constant. And even now as the spring arrives, everything's blooming. And so we started the day in Lajes, and now the second part we're here in Cemeterish. We'll spend more time here. For those that are new, maybe you're watching, this is the first video you're watching. This is right behind us is a house that we purchased this year.
This house.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's look at this. It's the big mountain of volcano Pico is covered, but and all this land here, just so you see here, it's all part of the house. Who knows? Maybe we'll build something there at some point, but now we're going to focus on this one. And
you can really see all the little yellow flowers that are coming up.
And the
so
blue
pretty.
ocean matches Laura's blue shirt. Hey, look at that. Okay, so anyways, we welcome to the channel if this is the first time. Hopefully you'll subscribe, and obviously for everyone, we really appreciate it if you can like it. YouTube really appreciates that.
It helps the algorithm.
Yeah, so we're going to take you, we'll spend pretty much the whole day here, and just hopefully you'll enjoy hanging out with us today. This is our beautiful fig tree. I just love fig trees. It's one of these things I grew up with. My uncle was here the other day pruning it, and look at it. Look at this growth. I mean, we come here maybe every 2 days, 3 days, and every time we come here, it's just, it's like doubling the leaves. They're growing like crazy. I keep clearing the bottom here, and it just keeps growing, right? But that's just the way nature grows here. It's lava soil, very volcanic. So you just have to go at it, and if you see all these greenery, this is fennel. It grows wild here, and see, Yeah, it's fennel. So they just, I mean, I keep the roots are very deep, but good for soup. In Portuguese, it's called funcho. English, fennel. So yeah, this is our fig tree. Hopefully by September, we can get some nice figs out of here. These look pretty. Look at this, how gorgeous they are, and they just double in size. We also planted, actually was our neighbor here, a really nice gentleman, asked me if I wanted some passion fruit. He had some small plants, so he planted about 7 little vines of it. This is one of them. These grow like a vine, right? And I love passion fruit as well. Let me take this. This is just, this is a weed. And yeah, so hopefully it'll go nicely here. It's also around, they like walls, and they kind of just do a vine shape. You could also get a trellis, but we're just going to see what happens with them. And hopefully in September we can eat some passion fruit as well. This is it's an old, I think they kept pigs in here. Some sort of livestock, probably pigs or goats. And this is actually a door, you can go in. We're gonna clear all this, and we're thinking of different ideas to use this without tearing it down. It all involves lounging. It's more lounging space. And yeah, so there's a lot of vegetation in here. And the way they made these rocks, these are actually, they look heavy, but see just, it's how everything connects here with these rocks, you know. It's we're getting used to working with them. But I mean, the views are always constant, and it's good to get some lounging area away from the house. And I think this would be a good area to use for that.
This tree here, this is incensu, and the branches came right over. So Carlos and I had, actually there's some sap coming out of where we cut here.
Oh, really?
So, and this is the flower that we planted in Lajes, we transplanted. But we just wanted to give it some room to breathe because it was really covered with branches and leaves. And so that was one of the jobs that we did the other day. It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of pruning, or if you can call it. Just this is all going to be used
Yeah.
for the fire, barbecue.
So this is another tree that we pruned. This is it's a lime tree, but when these grow, they actually look like little oranges. So our neighbor Joe came over and helped us trim this back a bit. And as you can see, all the little flowers, these will end up being limes.
These smell
And
really nice too.
oh, they smell really nice. We use these a lot in with fish and chicken, and it really gives an amazing taste. But this is the branch we actually cut off. And Carlos was a little nervous about trimming this off because of all the little limes, but unfortunately we had to, just so that the rest of the tree could grow healthy.
It's a learning process. I'm learning more about the pruning, but it was there was about 8 beautiful little limes there. Anyways, more will grow.
Okay, so we're at the very back of the house, and in the previous videos we showed you where we're going to open up the wall, put sliding doors, and have a deck. So one of the ideas that we had was to create a walkway coming up the hill here. So right through here. And we're going to put a water feature. That's one of the ideas that we had, just a little waterfall. Not necessarily a pond. You can actually get, they're called pondless waterfalls. So that's one of the ideas that we have. And then we have all this area here. So one of the other ideas we had, our neighbor Joe has lots of things growing, and he's growing pineapple. So he had mentioned that he was going to give us some pineapple plants that we may just kind of plant up along the wall there. This is the flower that we talked about, in Lajes that Carlos dug up, and we replanted it. So we picked this spot to put it.
It's looking good. Look at it. I just like the colors of them. And if they're like this all year round. Just the little buds coming in
And
there.
the bees love it.
Yeah, so that's it. We just want to use recycle some of these plants and replant them, and a lot of greenery.
And now the other tree that we have, this is the chestnut tree. So we still have to prune that. Maybe we'll do that today, because you can see how the branches, when they cross over like this, we need to cut those. See, that's already breaking up, just so that these can breathe a bit.
Yeah. They haven't been pruned in a
They
couple
haven't been
years.
pruned. We have to kind of clean around the bottom of the tree.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that.
So a lot of this is obviously a lot of lava rocks. Some of them they're monsters, but you start digging and you do find really good dirt here, and then you get these. So you just put them aside. It's all lava, and you find areas to grow, especially here. Obviously on other fields it's just the dirt, but some of these huge rocks we want to leave them. We don't want to touch them, and keep some of the plants that's already grows here. That when they're in full bloom, they look really nice, and that's pretty much the idea. I want to keep some of the rawness to them. Let the flowers that have been growing here for years keep growing, basically.
So this is our camellia tree, and at the bottom it was really overgrown. So I just pruned the bottom part here, so you can really see the trunk. But these are beautiful flowers coming out now. This is called a camellia tree.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful green leaves.
You'll have to prune the top at some point too.
Yeah. Now the other thing that we pruned, actually Carlos and I had a debate about whether we were going to keep these, and most of you know, we did end up keeping our roses.
For now, right?
Yes, and we did a nice trim just so that these can grow up a little bit fuller instead of long and spindly. So we did a lot. You can see kind of where we've cut here. So I think they're already, the buds are starting to come out.
There were quite a few roses on the property, and these are the other ones here along the house.
Yeah. So this is another rose bush. It's so pretty.
Still some water on there. So instead of having the war of the roses, we had the pruning of the roses.
Sari, don't even talk to her, bitch.
Scum, filth, yellow hair.
Cleaned up this area and got rid of the weeds, and then I took some of the rocks and I just kind of built up a little bit of a garden here, just to define the area.
Yeah, and there's already
Yeah,
some
look
buds,
at this.
eh?
It's another rose coming out,
And buds there.
and all these buds.
Yeah, they smell unbelievable. Those are a good example how much this fennel grows. It just grows wild, and this is one of the bigger. I mean, and just to give you an example, look at it. The rooting here goes so deep that you can't even move it. But it's beautiful. Obviously, it's healthy right now. But it loves to grow. It's a Pico, loves the volcanic soil, I guess, the minerals, and So as soon as I do that, you can easily eat it. But like licorice.
Carlos loves eating this.
I always feel like a goat when I eat this stuff. Goats do love this.
Actually, yeah, goats do
Yeah.
like this.
We give a lot to our neighbor goats there.
Yeah, we'll take you over to see the goats, all the babies.
All right, so we're clearing. This is all pretty much rocks here, but there is some dirt. And some of these are beautiful rocks like this. They've already cut. They use them for houses. They're here for the ledge around. We're hoping to plant some really cool plants from here. We're digging certain holes, and then the plant kind of takes it. They grow quite a bit, and this would be like green, and so we're looking to do this all along here. Laura's cleared this, but
Actually, the plant that we were thinking of is the one that we showed in the park in Sao Roque.
yeah, it's like very beautiful.
Yeah, they grow like crazy. They're beautiful.
One thing we notice is when you see these lava rocks, coming out of the ground, we kind of just grab them, and then if you just throw them, they kind of stick. Like they would just stick. And you grab another one as you start finding out, I want to put it there.
It's like a
almost as
magnet.
right? And that's how these walls were built. Obviously, a lot harder than that. I'm just saying. But when you look at this, you always thought it would be heavier. It's pretty light. I mean, the average person can just build some walls.
This is the first time seeing our house. Welcome. We did do quite a bit already. We took the ceiling down, we took the tiles off. So this is obviously the kitchen area. And then we also took all the walls down. So this is going to be the living room. And you can see the ceiling, it's all taken down. So we are going to insulate and we're going to put some drywall up. The other day we went into a lighting store just to find some chandelier pendant lights that we're going to put in the space. We can't do pot lights because there's not enough room between the drywall and the insulation. So that's what we're going to do. And also, this is the spot we're going to put our salamander. So you can see we're going to have to put a hole in the wall here just to direct the pipe outside. These are solid stone walls.
So as far as the reno update, I mean, everything is a bit slower here. We took our time deciding on things that we wanted to do, things that we couldn't do. As you know, if you watch other videos, there's actually a playlist. So if you're here for the first time, you can always go in there and you get an update right from the beginning in sequence. But here's where we're at. We did a lot of demolition ourselves, and we're waiting for certain workers to be ready to come in and do certain jobs. The first one is electrical. Local guy here, really good worker, and comes very well recommended. His name is Nuno, and he's already come in, as you can see. He's already highlighted where we want to put the electrical outlets, where the lighting is going to go. If you come into the hall, we're going to put another box here. So he had a lot of good ideas, knowing exactly what we want the end result to be. We've always taken our time doing this, and it's good that we're doing that, because sometimes you get new ideas. It's almost like, okay, you already had a good idea, but you make it better. And this is sometimes, because you're taking your time, allows you to do that.
As Carlos was saying, that we're going to, Nuno's marked everywhere that we need to put outlets. You can see this is a stone wall. So they actually have to tunnel just a small carving in the stone, and then they have to put the wire into the carving,
Tubes.
into a little tunnel. The wiring will be in tubes, which will go inside the little tunnel, and then they'll come along and cover it up with cement, and then obviously paint over it.
So just before our lunch, Laura and I are just gonna walk over to the goats. So hopefully they're outside. There's a lot of babies, or they're actually growing up. We actually have to cut through this vineyard here. This vineyard actually used to belong to the house at one point, and they sold it. Unfortunately, it would be great if it was part of the house. It would have been over the moon.
So we're gonna show you our goats, then the babies. Well, they're not our goats, they're our neighbor's goats. Hello, where's all the babies? Hi.
There's the male.
A little bit more. Hi guys.
We'll do a vlog just spending the day with them. Maybe hop in there, and the owner said we can do that. So I think that'd be cool. Just kind of hanging out with them. Maybe do some goat yoga. So we're just going up to a fruit tree here. It's actually in the middle of a creek. And as you can see, we're walking in between these, it's a path, and then to either side of us you can see the lava rocks that they've built.
You can see our house from here.
Yeah, is it there? Yeah, right in front there.
And actually this neighbor here has planted potatoes.
Yeah, there's a lot of planting here,
Let me show the...
vineyards.
Carlos is going to pick some neshbra. So this is actually a riverbed. So when there's lots of rain, the water,
It's a creek.
it's a creek. and it actually washes all the way down to the ocean. So this is a way to keep the farmlands from becoming flooded from all the rain.
So these trees, they're actually literally on the creek here, and there's a lot of ripe ones. Trying to pick them, the ones that are more ripe. Pick the ones that are ripe. There, what do they look like? Oh, break one. You got this seed in the middle. Very good. Nice and ripe.
Okay guys, so we are going to end this video. We really hope that you enjoyed what we showed you today. We just wanted to give you a bit of an update what was happening with the house and some of the little things that we're doing.
Yeah, and for the new, maybe someone watching the video for the first time, we hope you enjoyed it as well. And hopefully you subscribe. Just come along. We have a lot of great followers that are enjoying our journey. And this way you can get a really good idea what this island and the Azores have to offer. And we love sharing this stuff with you. Thank you for the support that we've been having. And hopefully you'll join us. So see you in the next video.
Yeah, see you guys.